Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Seeing Beyond Interracial with Monty. I want to point out something. The past week, I came across two sites on Twitter, and both of these sites have an agenda and a goal, which is to eradicate racism. One of the sites is, as you see here, is called, let me see if I can pronounce this right, Radiconnaissance. And the other here is TIM, the future is black. Then it goes, BLM, Black Lives Matter. And let's go back here. You can clearly see, we're going to read this. It says right here, under Radiconnaissance, is an 18-year-old Dutch boy, formerly right wing, taking the black pill. Taking the black pill. Okay. The other one right here is 23, white male, anti-racist, anti-fascist, BLM activist, what is it, black pro, interracial, sex breeding. Sex breeding. Okay, that should tell you a lot right there. Joined September 20th, following, he has about 378 followers. But you get the goal of their agenda right here. I'm not sure if this is widespread in Europe. What type of if this movement is big or whatever, though, he has 15 followers. He's following 485. Supposedly he's from the Netherlands. And this one states right here, I believe he's from France, is what I read. I'm not, but they're European. Okay, let's move on with their agenda. And because it's very problematic, to be honest with you. And I do believe that it can actually be counterproductive towards black people. And the very thing that they're trying to serve, it can backfire, and it can it will undermine black causes and interests. Let's move on. Okay, you don't know if she's white. What is that? Bread, or white board, or black bread? But you do know what you hope she is. Okay, you know what you hope she is. I guess they're trying to say that they hope that she's black bread or whatever. They're hoping that she's bred by a black man with a half black baby on the way. This is what I'm getting from that. And it goes, the future is black BLM. Let's go again. Okay, it says right, open borders for Germany, black interracial. Then it goes right here, they're featuring a black female. The future is black BLM. So I guess they're for whether it's a black male with a white female or a white male with a black female. They're pushing for interracial, is what they're thinking. And then they have a white female with a Black Lives Matter shirt on, smiling happily. Then they got open borders again for Germany. I think I read that. Then they have right here, black couple, I guess, white female, a black male. What does it say? Boycott Black Friday. So I guess they're talking about November to boycott Black Friday. Okay. There was like a boycott. They did have like a blackout. So I guess they're saying that they are in tune with all the boycotts that can benefit black people. Or if there's a blackout, they're all for it. Okay, this is normal now. You can't stop it. And you wouldn't want to. It's evolution. Then they go right here. You can protest all you want, but her attraction to black men is the most natural thing in the world. Might as well learn to enjoy it. Then they have a white female, blonde hair, blue eyed, says black boys turn me on. Reconnaissance, what is that? Black, the masculine, dark, viral, potent, strong, assertive, dominant, ambitious, aggressive. White, the female, pale, fertile, delicate, fragile. First of all, you can protest this all you want, but her attraction to black men is the most natural thing in the world. No, it's not. I believe, as we touched on this before, most white females are not attracted to black men. Most white females would prefer to marry, to date, to procreate with other white men. That's the most natural thing in the world. So they're trying to push a false agenda. I think they're trying to get more white women to be into this for some strange reason. And it says black boys turn me on. No, that's very few white females. Very few are really turned on by black men. Once again, as I have pointed out before, this is a white boy who's probably into that whole black thing, that whole black site. The vast majority of the people on Black are probably black men who enjoy watching interracial porn, but I'm quite sure that you do have your share of white men who enjoy interracial porn as well, like these couple of guys here who have these particular sites. Now, I want to get into why I believe this is detrimental. First of all, I can tell these are white men because they don't have a clue about racism, how to get yourself out of racism. And racism is not something that, as they're insinuating here, that you can fuck your way out of. You don't fight racism between the legs. You do not fight racism by trying to make everyone a form of beige. I got into a disagreement with a female. She might have been a white female online about 3 or 4 years ago with the same notion, talking about racism is not going to go away until we all look the same. So this type of foolish mindset is very misleading. And it's very poisonous, to be honest with you. Because the way you fight racism, if you truly want to help black people, you encourage black people to build a strong black communities with strong infrastructures. Within these strong infrastructures, you want to have power and control. You want to own. You want to set up your own educational systems, financial systems. You want to set up military, firearms. You want to build wealth. Basically, what you want to do is take control of your history, educational. It's just a very strong black infrastructure. Because what they're relying on with this right here is that you are relying to change the mindset of the dominant society, i.e. white people. And you cannot make someone change. Because you cannot make someone change, you have to be that change. So what you have to do is inoculate yourself against racism. And the way to do that is to build strong black communities within strong economic structures within those communities right there. In a racist society, it is about what you own and control. It is not about breeding yourself out. Breeding yourself out is foolish to me. There's certain great characteristics that black people have. We're talking about a group of people who are the oldest genetically known people on the planet. We're talking about the group of people who live the longest. We're talking about some of the great minds, great athletes, really. And we're talking about breeding this out. Because you have a twisted logic as to the only way to get rid of racism is if we all become one color. No, that doesn't make any sense to me at all. I'm not saying that we have to have a Black Panther Party, but something similar. I'm just pointing right here, the firearms. You need firearms. You need protection. Black Wall Street. You need another Black Wall Street. A strong black community is extremely important. Not about interracial breeding and things like that. He has the wrong notion. They both have the wrong notion. Well, let's fight racism by bringing more mixed babies into the world. That's not fighting anything. That type of mentality is not helping black people within the hundreds of years how they've been inundated with negative imagery. Doesn't have anything to do with getting rid of their negative imagery and how they've been socially conditioned. That's almost like putting a band-aid over a wound. Let's put a band-aid over a wound and just breathe ourselves out. But yet we're not going to deal with internalized racist issues or mentality. This is the reason why I say this type of thinking about interracially is it's very dangerous and it's counterproductive. And I truly believe that many people get involved in interracial unions for the wrong reasons. So no, I'm not for this at all. For the way in which they're taking it. Here goes that right here. 10 richest black communities. This is what it's about: ownership and control. You take control of the education, the finances. You build a wall. I simply mean protection is what I'm talking about. Protection around your communities is what you do. You sitting up there thinking that because I'm dating or marrying or reproducing with a non-black or with a white is going to reduce racism or eradicate it is foolish. Believe me, it is the highest form of insanity. And I made my point across with that. So, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you tuning in. That was another edition of Seen Beyond and Through. And I will see you beyond and through.